Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, friends of FAOPAL. Today is a very important day as we celebrate the International Day of Conscience. And we know how much FAOPAL has been active in making us think differently, in making us do things with our conscience. The past year, globally, humanity has experienced a serious pandemic. This pandemic has taken the whole world by surprise, has locked us all up in our houses, and it has created havoc, and so many people have lost their lives. We have started to look at why and how this pandemic started. If we go by the present explanations given by scientists, it is increasingly being said that this virus has moved from animals to humans. The question we have to ask ourselves, how come we have reached this situation? It is also being said that this pandemic will not be the last because of the way we are destroying the forest and the way we are coming closer to wild animals. We have to think the way we consume. We have to think the way we are destroying the planet. We have to really think of the way we do business, because the way we are overshooting our consumption, it's as if we have 4 planets and yet we only have 1 planet. And we have to really think, like last year when many people were locked into their houses, how nature took over our cities. I think nature is trying to tell us a very important message, that human beings, we are all interconnected to each other. As a human race, we are very much part of this ecosystem that nature has for us. We are not out of this ecosystem. We are very much part of it. And I think it is time to reconcile with this. It is time to reconcile how we consume. It is time to reconcile why we keep on polluting the planet. If this pandemic is not the last, it means there are many more to come. And we have seen how diseases are spreading because of the impact of climate change. I'm convinced that climate change has something to do with this pandemic. But how do we address climate change? How do we do things differently? How we stop emission? How we use tools to adapt? These are questions we have to ask ourselves. It is time to rethink the way we do business. It is time to rethink the way we consume. It is time to think how we can do things with our conscience, how we think more of our neighbors, how we care for them, how we care for nature, how we care for all lives around us, animal, plant, everything. And I think today is the day to rethink the way we do business. And I think today is the day that we have to celebrate our conscience and how we use the International Day for Conscience to spread positive influence of the way our conscience operate and how we should listen to our conscience. So all the very best to FAOPAL for addressing this and for taking us down this road to make us pause and think how our actions should be conscious driven. I thank you for your attention.